Welcome back to Mind Trick Media. Today we are doing a bunch of things. We're going to react to the new official Andor trailer on the Star Wars YouTube channel, and we're going to talk about Andor a little bit, talk about the next season, and then some other updates with the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. So, you want to start with this?
Yeah, we can just get right into it.
All right. Volume.
I came with you to be part of something. The Empire cannot win. It's a different kind of mission. If it goes up in flames, it will burn very brightly.
But if I'm giving up everything, I want to win. We have to. We must stand together. We will be crushed.
Resistance is absurd.
It's a weapon. They're building a weapon. The monster will come for us all.
Revolution is not for the same. You're right here, and you're ready to fight.
There's a future here for those who dare.
Holy shit.
Welcome to the rebellion.
I already know why it's so expensive.
Right.
Streaming April 22nd. So, as you guys probably guessed, we're definitely going to be doing reviews of it. Do you want to watch it again, or
What'd you say holy shit to?
how many of
Specifically.
those droids they had
Oh,
from
I gotcha.
Rogue One?
I gotcha.
So much happened.
I think Darth Vader's going to be in the season. Because
Do you think?
did you not see the one part of the one like woman choking?
I didn't even think about that being Vader.
She's being force choked. It has to be Vader. So Vader's
I wanna
that's
rewatch
like
it now.
Vader's signature thing. Like, we can rewatch it. That's fine.
Let's hit the.
I came with you to be part of something.
Quality looks fantastic.
The Empire cannot win. It's a different kind of mission. If it goes up in flames, it will burn very brightly.
But if I'm giving up everything, I want to win. We have to. We must stand together. We will be crushed.
Resistance is absurd.
It's a weapon. They're building a weapon. The monster will come for us all.
Revolution is not for the same. You're right here, and you're ready to fight.
There's a future here for those who dare.
Welcome to the rebellion.
Did I don't really remember, to be honest, but in the movie Rogue One, did they already have the Death Star plans, or did they get it in the movie?
I have not seen it in a long time.
I know. So I'm like, I wonder if they get the Death Star plans in this movie
Show.
or in the show.
They might.
I don't remember.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they said that this leads up to like on the dot the events of Rogue One.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know. Like, this is gonna be like I understand the budget. Everything looks fantastic, as you just saw. Like the wide shots, the TIE fighter. That was like a TIE fighter advance though, like bashing through that wall.
It says they did not have the Death Star plans before the events of Rogue One.
Yeah, I think they get them. That's what they're like trying to track the people down. But
they did find out that it's a weapon, so they know something. So regardless, I mean, that would still piss off somebody like Vader, regardless of the fact. So
then I wonder if the girl from Rogue One's going to be in this. Her name's like Jen or whatever.
I think she shows up for the first time in the movie.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, they could show her in this.
Maybe. I think so. Just to clear the air, I finally have finished Andor. It's finally done.
I hated it. It was the worst thing he's ever watched.
Just reenact the scene. It'd be funny. No, I don't hate it. I think this season looks a lot more intriguing than the first one.
Really?
I really think that, yeah. I freshly just watched this. I watched 4 episodes this morning, 4 episodes last night, and then the first 4 episodes were like a month ago now. But yeah, I freshly just watched this.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
They did not fuck up a single camera in that. The anticipation, everything. I guess we'll just get into that, kind of reviewing that. I did kind of think the same thing that you were telling me earlier. He was kind of telling me that there is like a slow bit. I do think there is a shit ton of storytelling in it. And I think they're going for a more action-packed in this one.
I think so too. And that was kind of like the thing for me where it's like, all right, I don't hate the show. I think it's really good. This is Star Wars for adults. That's what this show is.
Yeah, this is
Star Wars.
This is Star Wars for people who were kids watching 4, 5, 6.
Like you have all pieces of Star Wars are for kids. Like 90% of Star Wars is for kids. This is not for kids. This is not a kid show. This is an adult Star Wars show. And I fully understand that, fully grasp that. I think the storytelling.
You're a child. No.
Well, right. That's what I'm getting to. Is that I think the story was told really nicely. I did like the story. The middle of it was kind of slow. All the Empire stuff, I was just like, get the fuck off the screen. I don't want to look at you.
Well,
right
because
now.
they're world building,
right?
Which we needed.
That. Right,
we needed.
I get that, and I understand that, and I'm not gonna bash it for that. But I really liked. I liked the idea at the beginning where he was like looking for his sister and stuff, and then they just kind of just disband that, and I didn't like how they just disband that. I thought it was like just too easy. Like his mom was just like, stop looking for her, and I'm just like, okay, like that was enough for him to stop looking. Like he's been doing this for how long now? That's not enough for him to stop looking. So I thought that was a little weird. I loved watching the rebellion start. Basically, I thought that was a huge part of this show.
How'd you like Skarsgård, the older white guy?
I like him a lot. Like I said, I loved all the aspects of the rebellion starting. Like this is like the start of it, and I really like the idea behind it. And that was my favorite parts of this show. Was like, and then obviously like Cassian just didn't even know that he was doing that, but like unintentionally like kind of started the rebellion.
Yeah,
which is kind of cool. I really liked it. I really liked how his character development, he's finally like, and then even in this trailer, they're like, you brought me here to do something, right? Like, and he's like a part of it now. And I like that character development for him where he was kind of just like, not like that. He would always run away from his problems. And now he's running face first right into it. And I really like that for his character.
He was very, I'm going to do what I have to do for me and my family, which is honorable. Like, nothing against that.
Yeah,
like,
which is fine.
He was also like sneaky dirty about it. But
he was.
Yeah, it makes me really think because they're doing such a good job with telling us this story about Cassian Andor and like the what led to the Empire becoming a thing up through the rebellion starting. It's just weird that they're doing it so well with a character that was made up for a movie.
Yeah.
That like everybody like I feel like most people like that movie, but like dude, I wish they did this for more characters. And I don't even mean just like big characters. Like why wasn't Boba Fett's show shot like this? Why didn't we see Boba go back to crime syndicates? Why?
I mean, right, and
he doesn't need to be like a semi-good guy.
And that's why, like, I still, like, I'm sitting here and I'm watching the show and, like, I finished it, and now the second season's coming out, and the budget for the show is just like, I just don't understand why there's so much effort being put into this part of Star Wars versus what Star Wars actually is. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't necessarily agree with that. Like,
Well-
that's the problem. I do think it should get that budget, but I think the other things should also get that budget. And
Okay,
you can't
exactly.
blame this. Though.
exactly. I'm not. No.
No. But like, even you saying like, well, this is getting it. You can't put anything on this,
Right.
Because it deserves it.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, it's really good story writing, storytelling. Like you said, like even the slow parts in the middle of season 1 needed to be there because we needed something in this
But
time period.
I also think part of it too is the dude who's doing this show. I think this show is easier for great directors to come into because they don't have to worry about anything. Anything he does with Cassian's story, he just has to. We just have to. I know he has to get to this point. I could do whatever I want.
Yeah, and
whereas
it's not directly involved into anything.
Yeah, there's a lot less that they have to kind of worry about, like because the characters die anyway. So like we know their ending. Where you have someone like when they did the Kenobi show, someone has to take a shit ton of source material and somehow make it make sense. And a lot of people think they still didn't do that correctly.
Yeah.
With Anakin or Obi-Wan meeting Vader before he's supposed to. And they use the like open ending like part of the episode 4 that they're like, oh well, they didn't say they never met before.
Right.
But yeah, I think this season, honestly, from the trailer, it looks like it's gonna be better.
I think it's gonna
which is crazy.
I think it's gonna be better.
Now, I think that could mean that it's better to watch, but it could not be as good prestigiously. It could be. It could pull down away from that to do more action, but I think it could use some of that personally.
I mean, that's exactly how I feel too. It's like
I feel like
I thought the show was good. It's good.
It's very like not. It's not like throwing stuff in your face. This is shot perfect. These actors are doing very well. Like it definitely isn't like a lot of the stuff that me and you grew up watching.
Right. And then honestly, like half the time I'm watching the show, I am forgetting it's Star Wars.
I mean, they're always doing stuff. Like
I know.
At least with this, there's like the problems are the same. Like we're talking about the same thing.
No, and I get that. But
There was another show that like was just I feel like making up problems that don't really make sense, but
I don't know. Like, I think it's a good show. I think it was something for Star Wars that's really cool. It gives you a certain side of the story that we don't get throughout the movies and stuff like that. But from a Star Wars only perspective, I think it's good.
I think your problem with it too is that this is something we've kind of been asking for, the give us more story in this realm, not necessarily this timeline, but like just out of the normal timeline, and they did. But they did it so fucking well that I'm like, why can't we do other shit this well?
Yeah,
and like like this show should not get it's not this show's fault.
no,
It's definitely like, hey,
there's other issues going on throughout Star Wars, but
yeah.
I mean, I think it was good. It's not a show that I'm gonna turn on and watch.
Oh, I fully agree with that.
Not at all.
It's not a show that's just like put it on, it'll sit in the background.
No,
You
like,
literally can't do that.
I can turn on the Clone Wars, pay attention, and
Well,
have
that's
a good
animated.
time.
That's even
but
that's
still,
even way
but
more.
I can have a
different.
good time and watch it. I've watched Kenobi multiple times. I've watched The Mandalorian a few times.
Yeah, I feel like The Mandalorian's way easier to just put on and watch.
Yeah, just like something like this though, like it's not easy to just turn on. Like, I'm not going to just turn this on.
This was definitely like if you weren't paying attention to what characters were doing too, you could get confused really easily. Like that, and I mean that like lightly. Like I wasn't confused, but I was paying attention.
Yeah.
But like I do feel like someone who's casual watcher could have like, and that's the thing. They probably missed things that we made connections about because we're Star Wars nerds. That they were like, oh, that was just great. And I was like, well, it also meant this, this, and this. And they're just like, oh, I didn't even think about that. Like,
yeah.
Like we were kind of talking about like the end credit scene where they show them like half building the Death Star, and you're like, oh, dude, that's so cool. But what you also don't realize is that it's like, yeah, he's building the thing that's gonna fucking kill him.
Yeah.
Soon. Like, I don't know if everybody made that connection with it. Like, he helped build the thing that's going to be a problem for the yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know how to rate this show. Because I
think you have to rate it two different ways. I think you have to Star Wars rate it, and then you have to overall rate it.
I mean, overall rating it from like a prestigious level, all that taken into consideration, like, I mean, I'd give it a 9. Like, I do think still outside of a Star Wars perspective that the middle of it was kind of really slow, and then that one dude that was like trying to get Cassian at the beginning and like his story in the middle, like his second half of the story.
The guy that worked for the Empire?
Yeah, that got fired. And
the guy that's he's in this season too. Yeah. I don't know what he's doing.
I honestly didn't give a shit. I was just like, go, I don't want you on the screen. Just
where they're showing us like the like living quarters stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But that's some stuff though that's the idea of the shit that we've been asking for though.
Yeah, and I get that, but like I don't think it was executed the best.
I think it's hard to execute.
Motherfucker was sitting there at the dinner table getting yelled at by his mom, living with his mom,
but that's relatable.
I don't know. I just thought it was goofy. Also, the Trix weird looking cereal he was eating was really weird.
Oh, dude, we've talked about the food somehow keeps getting worse. Someone order a slice of pizza. No.
I give it a 9. From a Star Wars show, I don't even know.
Choose words wisely. We might get canceled.
I think you bring in the aspect where it's like this is the rebellion and a core of how it started, or a part of the core for it. I don't even know. I don't even want to say a number just because of you, let alone anything else.
Well, I'll tell you if you're wrong or not. I would say the 9 to 9.3 is where I would have put it prestigiously.
I want to say 7.
I would say you're wrong.
Like higher or lower?
I would say mid to low 8s for Star Wars. Because like I do get that there's not a lot of like baseline like. But I say that, but we have a difference of opinion of, I guess, everyone else, because I also think Rogue One meant fucking nothing. Like, in a grand scheme, it did not mean a lot.
I mean, I guess that's kind of just where I still am, and it's just, like, maybe, like, a 7.5, but, like, I don't know, I like that, like, where that's at.
It's your opinion.
But
like,
it's still good.
Yeah,
like that's good. It's not like I gave it a 5 or.
I mean, in reality, then you meet in the middle ground. You gave it like a low 8.
Yeah,
as like a show.
Well, if I gave it a 7 and a 9, it's an 8, and if not, it's like a 8.2, 8.3.
Yeah,
in general, which is like actually what the audience gave it based on our last video. If you want to go back and watch that, this is about an 8. It was like a mid 8.
Yeah,
on the tomato or
on I think it's terrible
audience score.
I think the thing that gets me is the cinematography.
Yeah,
it's so good. The sounds are fucking fantastic.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah, like I think that's what pulled me in more than anything.
Visuals fantastic.
But like this is the same thing. Like obviously I've been waiting for you to watch it, but like the whole Rogue One movie is what 2.5 hours, give or take. 2.5 hours to basically say this is how in the fourth movie we have this little puck that tells us that we have to shoot this fucking hole in this Death Star. All of it was for that last scene, and that's the best scene to show. I'm like, yeah, and it's not because you guys cared about what they were protecting. It was just Vader. Mm-hmm. But literally, that's the only part of the movie that matters, is them getting that chip through that door.
Yeah.
Because that's what helps them destroy the first Death Star.
We need to watch that movie. We haven't seen it in a while.
I don't care to, but I guess I will.
I guess
it's partly my job.
I think that what we should do is when we review season 2, we'll watch season 2 and then watch the movie before we do the finale.
And give like
do the finale episode where it's like all of it together.
Yeah.
So like I'm pretty fresh on this. I'll be pretty fresh on this.
Oh, do we want to rank it by like things? So like film score or like cinematography score, sound score, story score.
I mean, we could, but like we could also like kind of talk about all of it at the finale episode of.
That's the problem though. This is going to go down like I legitimately think if this season is on par, even it could be a little bit worse, but on par with the first season. I guarantee you, people are going to say that this like trilogy of this is going to be the best thing that Star Wars ever made.
I think so too.
And I really like filming wise, probably.
Oh yeah, cinematography wise, yeah. Not even close. I don't think it's close.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think from this trailer, I'm gonna like season 2 better than season 1. Partially because, like you said, from like a critic standpoint, it's probably gonna take a step down because of the action and everything going on.
Yeah.
Which is
because for some reason people hate that. Like,
yeah.
Like I get it because it's if you can make two people talking in a room fantastic, it's gonna be better than blowing shit up.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like there's tons of movies that are like critically acclaimed movies that I'm like, I understand why it's acclaimed, but that was boring as fuck.
I mean, yeah, it kind of just I feel like if you can look at that,
I don't want to mention any, but
I feel like if you can look at that though and just be like, all right, Star Wars as a story is fantastic, but Star Wars critically, okay, like
yeah, and like don't get me wrong, like we love them, we're rating them based off of what we think in our head, but we know on a critical level that they're not fantastic.
Yeah,
but I would say the same thing about DC films, Marvel films. Like, there's only a couple of them that are like, these are fantastic movies.
The problem with, this is how I'm going to explain Andor. The problem with Andor that I'm having is I feel like Star Wars as a story isn't supposed to be critically acclaimed. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be a fun, beautiful, great story that has a shit ton of action in it, drama. That shouldn't be critically fantastic. You know what I mean? Like, you have stuff like, I don't even know what top movies there are. Like, I don't even know.
Like the most critical movies of all time?
I mean, I don't really know the list, to be honest.
I mean, you have the Godfather movies. You have, Shawshank Redemption, which you haven't seen. Good Will Hunting.
Which I haven't seen.
12 Angry Men. Like, they're older movies,
right?
But like,
but what I just feel like watching these kind of movies, and like you said, Marvel or DC, these movies aren't supposed to be that way. And I feel like
I agree,
and I feel like they just get lumped into a category where it's like they're all in one category, which is fine.
And I say this a lot. I hate that if I give something like Revenge of the Sith, we give like a mid-9s or whatever. I'm not putting that up against like The Godfather.
Right.
It's not the same thing.
Yeah.
Which I don't know, like those may or may not be the movies I'm kind of like. That's a 4-hour movie. It's not,
right.
But it's like 3.5, and I don't know. Like they're good movies.
I agree. It's just like I feel like these kind of movies aren't supposed to be that way. So like, why are we talking about these kind of movies like they're supposed to be that way?
I've said it before. That's just how everything's been as of late, where everyone's a movie critic, and like I know what we're doing, and that's contradicting what we're doing on here, but like. They can't admit that a movie, like they like a movie, even though it's shit. Like there's so many movies that I'm like, I really love this movie. It is so terrible. And like there's one on the top of my head, but like it's whatever. But like if you tell me your favorite movie is The Godfather, you have to be 45. There's no fucking way you're 20 and you think The Godfather is your favorite movie.
I love watching this is completely off topic, but like when so we're huge baseball guys, but like when they ask baseball players, what's the best movie of all time? And
oh my God, the answers suck.
No, but there's always that one guy that's like Star Wars.
Yeah, they did it with NBA. Wembanyama is a Star Wars fan, and I don't know if I said his name correctly.
I don't know. They just did it with the Red Sox, and the one guy said,
one of them.
He said Revenge of the Sith.
It might have been Jaron Duran.
I didn't see it actually. I couldn't tell who it was.
I don't remember.
But
yeah. But like there was people like someone said like, oh fuck, dude. They were either like good answer, weird answer. What the fuck was that answer?
Yeah.
Like they were wild.
But like also like even in the Red Sox one guy said Revenge of the Sith and one guy said just Star Wars in general. The guy said Star Wars. The other guy looked at him like, what are you talking about? Like that's what I'm talking about.
I saw that video and I'm really blanking on what the other movies they said were.
But I
think someone said Good Will Hunting, which is a fantastic movie.
But I'm just sitting here like, why are we like? He likes the movie. Like, cool. Like, why did we have to make it a big deal? Like, why did he have to be like, all right, like, why'd you say that? Like, because I like the movie. Like,
Wait, what are we talking about?
in the Red Sox video.
Oh, like the camera guy asked?
No, the one other guy that was standing next to the guy that's like, I like Star Wars. He was like, why would that be your answer to this question? And it's like, why is that like brought up? Like, I like the movie. Like, calm down.
Well, I don't. Was the question your favorite movie or the best movie?
I don't remember. But
Because
still,
I could see someone being like the best movie. Really, I could see that.
still though,
Your
it's
favorite
just, like,
movie? It's whatever you want to pick.
I still don't. It's like, why are we like? I don't know. I'm just like,
Because people have to
bitching at this
hate.
point.
That's the best part. Shit on other people's opinions.
I don't know. So,
Um,
like, I mean, in conclusion, I liked Andor. I think this trailer makes season 2 look better. I guess we'll see.
Yeah, but we said that about Tales of the Empire, so I'm not
That's true.
excited.
That's true.
I'm not gonna hold this to that.
There's been a lot of like hoping,
Yeah.
and it's just like, I don't know. I think it looks better. I guess we'll see.
I kind of hope Vader's in it, but I feel like that would ruin kind of the integrity of the show a little bit.
I don't know about the. I feel like it would ruin like almost like the scene in Rogue One, because it's like, all right, we built up all of this to this point. If
No,
you
but
have them
like,
in the middle
but
of
like
it,
at the same time, like maybe she's the reason that the plans got leaked, and so he's punishing her, and then he goes, "No one can track him down, so I'll fucking do it." And we see like a kind of like a Vader like traveling to try to get to.
maybe this could be like the very end of the show, like the last scene, and Vader like snaps her neck, and then he walks out.
Yeah.
It's like, fine, I'll do it myself,
That'd be
like Thanos.
fire.
Yeah. I don't really have much more to say about this right now.
Yeah.
So, do you want to move on to?
Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Why did I say it like that?
I don't know.
Mandalorian.
So,
I sound like Lando.
yeah, I'm gonna pull up.
There's a Mandalorian.
I'm gonna pull up the budget real quick.
Han. Budget? Oh, dude. Holy shit.
Because for a movie that needs to be successful for Star Wars, we were talking about it briefly before this.
You think this is a
episode.
do or die for movies?
I don't think for movies. I think for Disney / Star Wars, this is a do or die movie.
Like, what's the end result? They sell it? Or, like, what do you mean?
I just feel like if this movie's not successful, Star Wars is almost dead. Because you have people that loved watching The Mandalorian. You had people, non-Star Wars fans, watching The Mandalorian. There was that meme for 2 years that was just like, the real reason why I have Disney Plus, and it's just the Disney Plus logo, but it says Mandalorian. And it's like, people really did buy Disney Plus for The Mandalorian. And it's like, this movie needs to be successful. You need to have Star Wars or non-Star Wars fans even come watch this, and you better advertise the hell out of this because
does it come out? Late 26? Or April 26? Or April. Fuck. Spring 26? That's what I meant. Is there a world where it's bad? In like bad? Like, is there a world where it's like the
it
Acolyte?
says May 26th or May 22nd, 2026.
That's so far away.
That's what it says the release date is.
As
of February 20th, 2025. That was when that was posted.
Okay.
So it's done. It's filmed.
Is there a world that it's the Acolyte?
The
I don't think it's
budget,
possible.
The budget for the show is $166.4 million. It is the lowest movie for Star Wars budget since they bought it.
I mean, that doesn't not make sense. That to me means they're filming a lot of it outside.
Outside,
Like
No,
at a
like
place.
not green screens.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
Or it's all green screen. One of the two.
I
Would
feel,
it be? Is it more expensive to location based film or to CGI shit? Why am I asking you that? Like, you're gonna know. Sorry, but
CGI probably. If they want good CGI, probably CGI.
well, we know that they don't care.
Well, right.
What is this movie supposed to be about again? Is this the movie that was supposedly Dembo?
That was the rumor. I don't know if it's
I
true.
don't think that's true.
I guess we'll see. I don't think we have any knowledge to what it's about specifically. That could have just been a rumor. I don't know. I don't think it's possible for it to be as bad as The Acolyte. I don't think that's possible at all. Do you
forgot
think
I asked
season
you.
3 was as bad as The Acolyte?
It was bad.
It was bad, comparatively speaking, to season 1
Honestly,
and 2.
I would put it worse just because of how good the first 2 seasons were.
Okay, that doesn't mean that it's actually worse.
There was 2 or 3 episodes in that season that legitimately were fucking
I mean,
terrible.
I think the overarching story in the season was fine, but like, dude, there was like them few episodes.
Yeah, but I also felt like we left them in a good place of we should never fucking touch them again.
Yeah, I agree.
And or if we're going to, I was going to say if we're going to touch them.
You
if
also
we're
said
going,
Andor. You said Andor.
oh, bro, I thought you said I called it Andor. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I didn't say Andor. Andor. It's Andor, not and/or.
Andor.
And fuck, you fucked me up now. Fuck. Anyway,
You guys should just start commenting every time we say Andor.
how about we don't? Actually, whatever. But
Yeah, he said it.
yeah. But yeah, like I felt like we left them in a spot where Mando's like chilling on his porch with Grogu. I just don't know how we're gonna pull them out of that now. And the one guy's passed away now, so he can't be in it.
I also just think like they have the story in mind already where they like have Mando. They probably have Grogu involved with the heir to the Empire stuff because of Ahsoka crossing over, Boba Fett crossed over. It's the same time period. They probably have to be somewhere where this movie takes them to where they end up where they need them for the movie coming out.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I guess, but like that. There's going to be so many characters that have to meet each other. We're just going to get back into complaining about Ahsoka season 1 real quick.
Well, hold on. I also heard this rumor that they're supposedly doing season 4 of Mandalorian again. They're bringing it back.
Oh, I thought that was already like we're doing that because we don't know what the fuck's going on.
I know we talked about it a long time ago.
No more Lizzo, no more Jack Black, please.
Where they canceled seasons 4 and 5 for the movie, but now they're talking about the movie and then also still having season 4. At least.
I don't think that. I think they have to do that for time.
I think they would too. One, because this fucking movie that they're gonna make, Heir to the Empire, is not coming out until like 2030 something. There's no way.
We're gonna be fucking dead. I'm gonna bring my kids to watch that.
Yeah, probably.
Like, oh my god, dude.
But I think this movie needs to be super successful.
What do you mean by super?
It's
got to double its money, triple its money, quad its money. Best Star Wars.
I mean, obviously, the higher you can get that number, the better.
Do you think more people are willing to come and see this than episodes 8 and 9?
Yeah.
I don't think 7. I think 7 was just an insane amount.
7 was an insane amount just because it was Star Wars coming back. You had old fans, you had new fans, you got newer fans. I said new, that wasn't really accurate. Like you had prequels fans, originals fans, and then new fans for advertisement purposes. And you just had everybody. You had grandkids, kids, you had everything there. And it was really great for that had a lot of money brought to it because of that. I think you have a lot of Star Wars fans that watch The Mandalorian just because of Grogu.
Do you think it'll pull the numbers though?
Well, with how low the budget is, yeah. I think that
no, like it'll pull the viewer numbers.
Oh yeah, I think it will.
Or honestly, do you think it'll get released in theaters?
Yeah, it has to.
I mean, I don't think it has to.
Well, they're not making enough money releasing the shit on Disney Plus, so
well, they can't release a show in the theaters.
I'm 99% sure they're doing the movies in the movie theaters.
Yeah, but how many people are just going to be like, I think they should also do a thing where they're like, all right, we're not going to put it on Disney Plus for a year.
Well, I also...
Because if they say 2 months, what the fuck's the point?
I think they'll have to have it in theaters for a long time before they put it in Disney Plus. Maybe not a year, but a long time.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you know how like DVDs come out a long time after, or I don't even know if they do DVDs anymore. I'm just kidding. I know that they do. But...
that whole thing meant nothing.
Yeah, but nobody buys DVDs anymore.
He does. Well, he buys steelbooks. Sorry, I'm talking about our producer.
But
hey, digital media is not media.
When you
they
say
can take it from you.
When you say like double, triple, I mean I can't give you a specific number. I think that they need because I don't know how bad off they are.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how bad off they are. They just had a movie.
Some people are thinking about stepping down. That's how bad off they are.
Right, and it's like, all right, you have a movie where you had a show.
It feels like a layup.
Yeah, and it's like dude, are you gonna miss?
But
this shit?
Shaq might be taking the layup from the free throw line.
It's like, dude, you can't miss this layup, dude.
Yeah.
This is a wide open, all-star game alley oop. Because they're.
I love that ref. Like he doesn't watch any basketball.
Yeah. Well, you said basketball, so I was trying.
All-star game, which means no defense.
Right, exactly. That's my point. Like, come on, you have to score on this, dude. You have to score on this. This is the one you're going to score on the most, in my opinion. This is the one.
They need it to be good enough that people will want to come to see Heir to the Empire in theaters.
Well, that too. This movie has been the first movie since the 7th one that has the highest probability of people coming to watch it. And I think you need it to be that way. I think you need it to be successful because, like you just said, you need people to love this movie so much. That
Who's doing this movie? Is it
Favreau? Pretty sure it's Favreau.
That gives me some,
but
somewhat of like marketability hope. But that just means they might do shit that's just shoving Grogu in your face. Jon Favreau. Jon Favreau.
By the way, this movie title still sucks ass. Me just typing it out into Google.
Star Wars, The Mandalorian and Grogu movie.
Favreau, Kathleen Kennedy, and Filoni.
Whoa. Who?
Kathleen Kennedy.
Yep, that was what I said. Whoop. Nope.
Director, Jon Favreau. Writers, Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. Producers, Jon Favreau, Kathleen Kennedy, Dave Filoni, and Ian Bryce.
That name sounds familiar, but I can't think of who that is.
I can't either.
So we have a shot, guys.
Yeah, and especially with the writing aspect, you don't have Kathleen Kennedy in that category, so that's good.
Yeah, just go up there and say
You have her in the category where she needs to be in, where she's been
open
successful.
your blazer and for a Star Wars shirt,
Listen,
and then be like, we have a new project.
You have her in the category where she's
Sorry, that was fucked
You
up.
have her in the category where she's successful at. Keep her there.
Just put your name on it and don't look at what we like. She's like the fourth person in a group project at school that you didn't meet until the project's due. And yeah, I think it's a good place to wrap though.
Yeah, I think it has to be big. I think they have. I think this is what they needed.
We'll probably talk about this another 8
Where
times.
they're at in Star Wars, with Andor coming out, great, because people are going to watch that because they love the first season. You have Andor coming out, and then this movie, I think, is the next thing coming out. That's really good. You have a good thing coming out that people want to watch.
Anything in the fall?
I think there's a Vision Season 3 possibility.
So we have nothing coming in the fall.
There's the rumors about the animated shows. Who knows when those are coming out?
What animated shows?
The 2 random animated shows we talked
I think
about.
there has to be a Tales of the Sith at some point, but I don't think that'll be next. I think it'll be like Tales of the Rebellion.
I just think you have good, like, popular things coming out here soon. They need to be successful.
Yeah, they cannot miss on the next like 5 projects.
No. Because it's
and even with like Ahsoka,
Ahsoka would be the next.
Not
one.
even just like a miss with Ahsoka. You just need to get like comparable with what you got.
Yeah,
like Andor, the movie, another Tales of, if that's the show. Like
and then
those.
Ahsoka season 2.
No, I don't think Ahsoka's added to that because I think that's gonna get a core people to watch it no matter what.
Well, right, I guess
it's not the same as a movie. Like the movie needs to be good. Andor needs to be.
Andor's going to be.
Yeah, Andor's gonna be good. Like that's kind of a like.
Andor's gonna have people watch it just cause.
Yeah.
Just because of the first season, because of Rogue One, they're gonna watch it, which is great. We need the numbers, and then.
I love that we're on the team.
Right.
We need the numbers.
We need the numbers.
I mean, if someone wants to contact us about possibly working for Lucasfilm, I would love to quit my job.
Yeah, same. Getting real sick of it. But I think it needs to be successful. I hope it's successful. I think it will be. I want to say I think it will be, and I really hope for that. I hope for that for Star Wars. So,
all right. I think this has been it for us.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think earlier, gonna get some Andor here soon. So we're gonna be reviewing those. Maybe episode by episode?
I don't know how they're starting the first week. So
good question.
We'll figure that out when it comes to it. So
yeah.
But
They're coming out like Tuesdays into Wednesdays like normal? Or like Mondays
Well,
into
the
Tuesdays.
22nd's a Tuesday, so
I wonder if it's Monday into Tuesdays. That always seems to work.
it'll probably
out
be
for
like,
us, but-
yeah. I mean, yeah, because we film on Wednesday.
Yeah. So it's been My Trick Media.